Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this Warcraft Rumble HEROIC campaign guide, I'm going to show you how to defeat heroic Son of Arugal in Lordaeron. Son of Arugal is one of the more difficult heroics, and in Son of Arugal, in the heroic version, it's always night. So Son of Arugal is going to send a bunch of Worgen at you. In the normal version, there are sometimes Worgen, and then there's sometimes humans, because there's day and there's night, and they change shape depending on the day cycle, but it's always night in the heroic version. So my strategy for the heroic version is actually still the same as for regular version. First, I want to take this tower, then I want to push here. And when you position your minis right at the rightmost edge, then they are able to travel here without getting shot by this tower. So you're able to take this tower, and then you push from here and take Son of Arugal down. Sometimes I do take this tower if a really good opportunity presents itself, but that is not a high priority at all. I also try to mine from this gold vein, and the goal is that this gold vein will become inaccessible to both players, because this tower prevents you from mining it, and once you're fighting over here, then the AI cannot mine from it either, which is important so the AI doesn't get more resources. And here's my main army recommendation for heroic Son of Arugal. You don't need to use the leader, this works with all families, all leaders. So I have Living Bomb, Bat Rider, Footman, Pyromancer, Whelp X, and Quillbore. There are some alternatives available. You don't have to use exactly these minis, but I'll go through what I have here. There's 3 minis that I use every single time, and those minis are Pyromancer, because Pyromancer is incredibly good against everything that's in this. There's lots of swarms. Pyromancer can also shoot air. Pyromancer, just a wonderful mini for this map. Also Bat Rider, because those Worgens come in stealth, and Bat Rider relieves those flaming pools when Bat Rider shoots, so then Worgen will walk into those flaming pools sometimes and then just take damage, so just tremendously good mini for this map. And Quillbore is just useful distraction, a cheap unbound tank that you can drop anywhere. It's just really powerful. So those 3 I have used every single time. The others I have varied a little bit. You need kind of a sturdy tank, and Footmen are good. Footmen are also really good for doing this with Horde, because Horde does not have tank slots, so Horde is really bad at using tanks, but Footmen go into a squad slot, so you can use Footmen here. I have also done this with an Abomination though, so that is an option. You can do Abomination as well. Maybe some other sturdy tanks would do. I haven't tested the others to that extent, but Footmen are my favorite, and Abomination is also fine. Then you want something that you can drop at those Worgen, because the stealth Worgen are coming and you don't want them to reach your base all the time. So Flameburst Whelpex are by far the best. You can also use Whelpex even if they don't have Flameburst, but typically if you don't have talents, you want these minis to be a little bit higher level. You can also use Safe Pilot. Safe Pilot was recently nerfed when I'm making this video, but Safe Pilot is still an option. It still works. I have done this with Safe Pilot as well, but Whelpex are just better for this one. And then I want something, sometimes there are situations where the AI is going to get a big bunch of stuff, maybe you have fought against them a little bit, and then a lot of stuff has just clumped up, and I really love Living Bomb in this one. Also, Living Bomb is great because Living Bomb can be several levels below the encounter, which means that Living Bomb doesn't need to be in a bonus arm slot, so that gives you flexibility because that doesn't need to have an active bonus. However, I have also done this without Living Bomb. Mainly I have actually done this with Chimera in that slot. Chimera has some of that same functionality. Chimera obviously can be shot down from the sky, but if there's like Footmen and Chickens and Worgen all coming at you at the same time, Chimera actually kills those really quickly. So finally, potentially a use for Chimera. As for the talents on these minis, I have not done a fully talentless clear, although with sufficient levels that would be possible. I have done it with only Flame Burst and the Pyroblast. With only those 2 talents, with nothing else. That at least is really possible. Doesn't necessarily even need the Pyroblast. Well, doesn't necessarily need Flame Burst either. You don't even need the Whelpex necessarily. But those 2 are the talents that help you the most here. I have footage showing various skills here with a little bit of altered themes, and let's take a look at what this all looks like in action. First, let's take a look at the kill with the Horde team. So first I want to take that rightmost tower. I'm sending some Footmen out there, I'm sending some Flameburst Whelpex out there, I'm just sending a lot of stuff so that I'll be ready, grab that tower as soon as possible. Because some openings in this map are quite brutal, you may need to practice your opening a couple of times to see just what minis you need to send first. For example, sometimes sending those footmen, if there's a pyromancer coming against them, then you might want to wait for the footmen a little bit and send something else first instead. Now those footmen are going in, but there's not really enough power to take the tower yet. And the Worgen are coming, but I don't have something that can stop the Worgen. The next best thing is that Pyromancer. So I drop the Pyromancer on the other side of the building. As soon as Worgen come out, Pyromancer will kill them. If Pyromancer has Pyroblast talent, then Worgen just die instantly. If it doesn't, it needs 2 hits, so that Pyroblast talent is really useful. I'm trying to mine a little bit here. Now I have access to Wellbex, so I can use Wellbex to stop the incoming assault. I stopped another big assault earlier with the Living Bomb. And now Wellbex is doing a phenomenal job there. We're sending more footmen out there. Footmen fight against Worgen quite well as well. Footmen are armored. There's a lot of them. They can hit back at the Worgen really, really well. So now we have the first good assault at the back tower. And I can see that there's a Huntress coming at my base, but a lone Huntress coming from that direction as well, getting crossfired by the bases, it's not going to do much. Those Worgen are much more dangerous. Those Worgen are a major threat. I just needed to quickly get a Wellpeg out there so that I can get the Wellpegs there. Now they will handle the Worgen. And we have the tower, and we're able to start pushing at the Son of Arugal. From here, things are looking pretty good. We have a big assault going in, and Arugal, he keeps sending stuff out there. The Blizzard, though, is clearing some of them, but we should still have just enough here to push, and boom. That's it. Then let's do the same with a little bit lower levels, a little bit less talents. Here, I know that there's a Pyromancer. The opening I had to practice this a couple of times, so I needed to put Pyromancer out there first before the Footmen, otherwise I would have countered the Footmen with the Pyromancer and then I would not have been able to take the tower immediately. But now, with that ordering, I was able to take the tower, and then I can use a Living Bomb. Living Bomb takes out Footmen, Pyromancer, Huntress. That was 13 gold that I just destroyed with a single Living Bomb, so Living Bomb is just really, really sweet. Wellbeck's doing a spectacular job. You can use them as a bomb so that they can just take out the incoming Worgen. And we're getting the first push at the tower, so looking pretty good. I'm wondering a little bit on whether I want to send any more minis coming from here or whether I believe that the tower is going to come up. Because sometimes there's going to be a Worgen push or something before the tower comes up, and then you would have to have anticipated that and sent reinforcements already earlier, or you would have to have Wellpacks available. And now we're in a bit of a pickle because the Worgen are going to deal a lot of damage. I had to get the Batrider out there quickly, and well, it is just enough. Meanwhile, my fight against Son of Arugal is going reasonably well, and Son of Arugal falls. Let's also take a look at a slightly different variant. This time I'm playing with Abomination and Chimera. I have tried Abomination together with the Living Bomb, but then having 2 6-cost minis, that is actually getting a little bit awkward. It's hard to be able to afford both of those, but look at that Abomination. It is doing some good work there. I believe the Poison talent on Abomination would be ideal here. I have the Stun talent on mine, but that's almost the same as having it untalented for these purposes. That seems to be okay. And now there's a huge army coming, but hey, sometimes even a Batrider, a little bit help from Pyromancer can handle that. And Abomination just putting in some beautiful work. Now, Abomination's health is not that high. It probably will not last long enough to actually take the tower, so we need to send another Abomination out there. I was a little bit wondering, okay, will I have time to mine? And I figured, okay, I actually don't. I need to counter the Worgen first, and Flameburst Wellbecks do a splendid job of that. And then we can send a miner. We have some Wellbecks. We have the Abomination out there, and look, the Abomination can also handle that pack of Worgen pretty well. Wellbecks actually getting some work done. there is a Pyromancer coming. The Pyromancer is a little bit annoying. I'm now trying to figure out what would be the best answer that I have against that Pyromancer. And I come to the conclusion that I eventually come to the conclusion that I want a Pyromancer plus Whelpex, and I believe that's going to handle it. And it will. Alright. And now we can start pushing. We have conquered the tower, so we can start pushing at Son of Arugal. I'm trying to get a little bit of mining done, a little bit of pushing done. If I had just had a little bit more gold. I'm trying to... That was a failure. I tried to get the Worgen out of stealth with the Quillboar so that the Pyromancer could kill them. But I was a little bit too slow, so then the Worgen just killed the Pyromancer first. And that means that now I had to spend extra gold in order to do that. And we're a little bit behind schedule in killing Son of Arugal, but we still have enough to put another Abomination out there. Pyromancer, again, getting into the crossfire. That's really important, they get into the crossfire, so individual Pyromancers, individual Huntresses are not doing much, but the pack of Worgen are still super, super dangerous. So it's important to handle those. Now I'm trying to figure out how to kill that Son of Arugal. I actually should just put the Whelpex at Son of Arugal at this point. Son of Arugal is almost dead. I think Whelpex plus Quillboar would kill it at this point, so I'm wasting a bit of time here. I didn't realize just how low Son of Arugal was and the opening that I had there. And now we're getting into some scary territory. We managed to lose the tower. And yeah, now I can't play regular minis out there, but now I finally realized, wait, that Son of Arugal is actually... No, I didn't realize that yet. Will take me a while. Yeah, just dropping Whelpex here would end this, but we're doing it the long way. No, it's fine, it's fine. It's still going to be alright. Alright, let's get some Abominations out there, and now I'm like, hey, actually, I could just kill that Son of Arugal, like this. And boom, victory. And while I'm at it, let's also show one alliance skill where I use the Safe Pilot. It is the nerfed Safe Pilot, and I do highly, highly prefer the Whelpex. But if you happen to not have Whelpex and Safe Pilot is still talented and everything, then why not? Because here we go. Safe Pilot, well, it managed to die to the Batrider damage, but that's okay. The tower is down, so I'm soon going to get it up. So we're perfectly in a fine position here. No worries whatsoever. And there, the miner made the Worgen come out of stealth, and that gave an opening for my Pyromancer to kill the Worgen. Because in stealth they're a little annoying. And here we have footmen coming in, so footmen can easily fight against those Worgen, so everything is looking pretty good right now. I also have a Chimera instead of the Living Bomb in this one. Just small alterations, but still minis playing the same role. And their Safe Pilot doing a good job against the Worgen. Just dropping on them and then using the cloaking device damage. If you don't have any talents on the Safe Pilot, then it's not enough against Worgen. If you have Coming in Hot, I have also tested Coming in Hot. It's a little bit weaker. It does kill the Worgen, but it takes several seconds. So if you drop it very close to your base with Coming in Hot, then the Worgen are just going to get a lot of hits in before they die. So that's why I don't like Coming in Hot here nearly as much as the cloaking device. But Flameburst Whelpex is just superior to either of those, so that should be the main option. Alright, we have the tower again. We have an attack going in. Son of Arugal trying to fight against footmen. Well, I just need to make sure that the base stays safe enough, that the base doesn't accidentally get destroyed. We get the Safe Pilot out there, and boom. One shot, and Worgens are down. And alright, getting another assault at Son of Arugal. things overall looking pretty sweet here. So Son of Arugal actually able to... No, Pyromancer did get it in. So that's another alternative way to kill it. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.